I'll turn it off for when I stream. But
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the great and powerful Vektor Cast. I am Monks. That over there, that handsome gentleman, is the CEO, International Scholar. Is that what I used to call you, Mr. Illy?
You bring it all the way back, buddy.
The CEO of the Vektor Cast, where we talk CDL, esports, gaming, everything in general. How are you, bud?
I'm very well, Monks. I'm very well. Just off a long weekend of Call of Duty. I'll say that.
It was a great weekend.
That was. Honestly, I will say that's probably one of the best weekends of CDL action I've ever seen.
It was amazing.
From start to finish, crazy games. We'll get into that though. We're gonna have a proper rundown of the major and speak about what happened. Speak about who surprised us this weekend. Speak about who really didn't show up this weekend at all. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. But yeah, like I said, that was a great weekend of COD. And yeah, I mean,
great weekend of COD, dude. Honestly, I can't imagine having the cast like all those games, how long it is, like those guys.
Yeah,
those
I mean, obviously they've got 4 different sets of casters.
Still, yeah.
So I mean, most likely you're doing 1 game a day as a caster, but even still, I mean, that's an hour and a half of casting.
Yeah.
And it's not exactly like low intensity. This is
no, they're bringing it.
I do have to say, obviously, when we recorded last week, it hadn't been announced yet, but the return of Merc and Maven to the casting table for Call of Duty is such a huge W.
Yeah,
those two are like the kings of casting, honestly.
So good.
And I'm so happy they're back because they just make it so much better. They make it a lot more fun. I mean, Maven is just an idiot.
He's funny.
We all love him for it.
Yeah.
We all love him because he's just comedy. Merc is the one who's a bit more, bit more of the analyst side of it, but they work so well together. And,
yeah.
Like, I'm happy they're going to be around all season.
Pretty much like you and I. Same dynamic.
Right, you're kind of the comedy, I'm more the analyst.
Yeah.
What I mean?
Hilarious.
But we're gonna see them a lot more during the tournament weekends and champs. They're obviously not going to be casting during the regular season games, so they're just doing the majors and the champs.
As they should. I mean, when you get to that caliber, why not just show up when on the lands?
You know what I'd love to see, and this is one thing, and I think there'll be a couple of mixed agreements on this one.
Okay, I'm ears open.
I want to see them do it. It doesn't have to be champs or whatever. I would love to see a 3-way casting between Merc and Maven and Courage JD.
Courage, yeah.
Those 3
for
together,
sure. Yeah,
I think would be absolute gold.
And throw Teep in there too.
Oh yeah, I mean
more Linux,
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you could throw Teep in there. I don't know if Teep would want to.
Bobby Popoff.
I think Teep would probably prefer just to be on the stage playing.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, no, it's Hey, what can we say? Like I said, happy to see them back.
Did you
and excited for this next stage?
Did you watch like Tim the Tatman did a thing of like casting or something?
Yeah, so Tim did
you
a
watch that?
Party.
Yeah, like a watch party. Yeah.
During the. I don't think he did it during the major, did he?
No. I think it was just a weekend.
Which is one of the weekend games. I think it was opening weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was to get more eyes on it. I mean,
and it was.
I didn't
funny.
watch it.
Yeah, I did watch a little bit of it.
Yeah, it was good.
I mean, Tim's comedy, so you're gonna get that side of it.
Spectating. He's a spectating.
I mean, he is a spectating king. He's not very good at the game, but he loves to spectate, and he's pretty good at it. So.
For sure.
Obviously, he's a lot better than me and you at the game, but
he's pretty good.
He's pretty good.
He's got a lot. He's got a lot of good help. Yeah. I mean, he hit shots.
That's the thing. When you're playing with Cloaksy, when you're playing with Nick Merckx and that a lot, TP, when you're playing with those guys, it's hard not to get kills. Honestly.
Yeah. Good comms. Playing with the 2-time. Who's that? I mean, he's good. He's good at the game.
He just rages a lot about the audio, which I don't blame him for. So.
He does rage about the audio constantly.
Yeah. He does.
Let's get into it, man. Let's see what.
Let's talk a little Major 1.
Major 1, huge event out there in Texas.
Yeah, held down in Texas. It was a huge, obviously, LAN event. I
Texas
mean,
boys showed
crowds were
up.
packed all weekend. It was awesome to see. The noise inside the Saturday night game, the Optic game on Saturday against FaZe.
It's crazy.
The noise that was coming from the crowd was unreal. I mean, you would have thought there were 50, 60,000 people in there with
I
the
don't know
amount of noise they were
how
making.
many were there. I mean, I didn't
I
realize.
think it usually hold. I think it's around 10K that stadium holds. So it was probably not far off on the Saturday, honestly.
That's crazy, man. And so many fans, so many Optic fans. Like, I didn't
Yeah,
realize.
I mean, obviously, Optics are the biggest supported team in the CDL. A lot of people because of Scump,
Yeah.
and a lot of people just because they're one of the oldest esports orgs out there, Optic Gaming. So I mean, they sort of built a huge fan base. FaZe also have a huge fan base, but I mean,
I didn't hear
uh,
anybody.
well, so here's the thing with
They seem
FaZe
to have
is,
a lot of
especially
hate.
in the CDL, they've become the bad boys of the CDL. They're the
Yeah.
ones who they want to make a dynasty right now. Like those four players, they want a dynasty. And I mean, CDL fans don't want that. They want competitiveness. They want good games. They don't want a team just to run away with it every year.
Yeah, they didn't want anybody. I mean, it started out like they were running away from it. I mean, they 3-0'd Boston.
They did. They threw out Boston, and then that game against Optic, when 2-0 up,
That was
everyone was just like,
nuts. I rewatched that whole thing.
everyone was just sort of going, oh well, here
Yeah.
we go again.
Here we go
FaZe
again.
3-0. They're gonna dominate. They'll go on to beat the Ravens, and then they're probably gonna win in the grand final as well.
I mean,
But
that's what I
no, I
had.
mean that reverse sweep from Optic,
Insane. It's gonna go down in history.
unreal. I mean, that was one of the best games of Call of Duty I've ever watched.
It was nuts.
Just that, it was complete capitulation from FaZe, and it was just Optic just feeding off the crowd.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Awesome.
It almost seemed like the timing was off or something. Like FaZe was really flustered.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
I don't know what was going on.
I've never seen that Atlanta FaZe team look like that. Really. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Atlanta FaZe, they're still a team you can never write off.
Yeah, I mean,
every year, I mean, even last year they had time. They won champs, but I mean, last year they had majors where they didn't get to the final or they lost in the final. It happens. Like these guys are not going away anytime soon. They are still absolute demons, and they're gonna continue to dominate on the map. Optic put up a real show this weekend in front of their home crowd. I would love to see Optic continue with that form. I really would. I'd love to see them continue throughout the whole year. But it's been known that Optic teams in the past have got a bit sloppy. They got a bit lazy after they've had success. I know that after the grand final, they said that's 100% what they weren't going to do. They were going to keep on grinding.
Yeah.
They were going to keep on working no matter what. And I hope it's true because, I mean, that team could... I mean, realistically, you've got to play at that level every single day if you're going to beat FaZe. Because FaZe can have a day off and still 3-0 a team.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I only got 11 points on this bracket right now that I'm looking back at it.
Oh, well, you only got 11 over the weekend? I don't. So you got 38 total, is what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
I only got 8 points on the bracket.
Yeah.
So I mean, I didn't do too much worse than you. Then you sort of saying, "Oh, I got 38 points." I'm just like, "What the? How do you manage that, bro?"
I mean, I'm just looking at the matches,
right there.
The matchups, and it was like my matchups were way off.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much got FaZe winning round 1 3-0. I got that right.
Yeah.
And then I got
Optic in Seattle.
I got Optic to beat Surge.
Yeah, I got that right.
No, sorry, I didn't get that right. I had Surge to beat Optic. I really underestimated Optic this weekend.
I know.
I will put my hands up and say I did not expect Optic to do what they did this weekend.
I had Optic, 3-0, and a lot of people, the Ravens, and you were like, really? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. And they're gonna beat Thieves too.
Their CDL, their Search and Destroy this weekend
was crazy.
Was second to none.
It was insane.
I mean,
that search was...
There is not many times that you see a team win 12 Search and Destroy rounds in a row.
It was
that
nuts.
Is incredibly tough. but they were just destroying teams.
I was trying to take notes for ranked mode. I was like, all right, that's a good spot right
mean,
there. That's a good little jump right there.
I mean, that's the thing. That's why I love watching the CDL, is because I can pick up little spots
Yeah.
and put them into my own
Pick them up.
into my own gameplay and fail them miserably. But
Yeah.
whiff on every single shot.
Yeah. I'm wondering.
I mean,
do you think they're gonna have mouse and keyboard players in CDL at any point?
No, I don't think it will ever happen.
You don't think they'll allow it?
I don't think so. I think that when it comes to that quick, real sort of, I mean, like when we're playing at ranked at our level, you can get away with playing on mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
When you're playing at that level, you can't, because mainly because of the movement. I think that's the main thing. I think on a controller, especially when you're at that level, when you've got a $200, $300 scuff.
Yeah.
I mean, and you can pretty much do anything. Like, and then the aim assist comes in.
Yeah.
At the same time. So, I mean, I don't think we'll see mouse and keyboard players playing at a competitive CDL level.
I agree.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that that mouse and keyboard is inferior in any way. I personally, I'm a controller player. I know you're a mouse and keyboard player, but I just feel like Call of Duty has always kind of been a controller game. And I feel it caters to controller players more than it caters to mouse and key players.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
I don't think we'll see it.
That's what I was trying to get. I was watching Metro play a little some game on mouse and key. I was like, "Oh, you gonna play Call of Duty on mouse and key soon?" And he was like, "No, never, dude."
Yeah,
like, right,
I don't think I will. I don't think I will. I'm playing a lot. I'm playing some Valorant at the moment as well, which is obviously mouse and keyboard, and I'm enjoying that. Would I transfer to mouse and keyboard in Call of Duty? I don't think I would. I think I'm still going to stay on controller for that. But anyway, I want to ask you a question, Monks. Who were you most disappointed with this weekend? Who did you think was going to really go and go far this weekend, and just they didn't turn up?
They didn't turn up. I mean, New York, man. I had them going. I thought they were a lot better. I don't know what happened.
New York are in the real grind right now, and I would not be surprised if going into this weekend we see a roster change with them. And the thing is, I think it's not going to be a roster change where they take one of the lower performing players out.
Just gonna mix it up.
We could see Hydra leaving NYSL, which if that happens for New York, that could be a massive nightmare. I mean, Hydra is playing some unreal Call of Duty right now, and his teammates just aren't quite backing him up right now. So it's like,
yeah,
will Hydra stick it out and try to grow with this team, try to bring these guys up to his level, or will he just maybe get picked up by another big program? I mean, there are still some. I mean, Optic, that's their fault. Their four is so locked. I mean, those are four of the best players in the world playing on that team.
Yeah,
you got Atlanta FaZe. Their four is not changing.
Yeah, they're locked in.
I would say Thieves. They played really well this weekend. Got a bit unlucky on a couple of maps. They really need to work on their S&D. I think that's one thing that was very clear from the weekend. The Thieves S&D is, if they can get their S&D to that level, they're going to challenge.
Yeah, they did really well on Hardpoint. They're really good at.
Oh, Hardpoint. They haven't lost a Hardpoint in a long time.
Yeah,
I mean,
really
they are.
Also,
Florida Hardpoint as well.
Florida, I was kind of disappointed in. I thought they were better than. Man, I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of teams where you're always like that. I mean, I expected Florida to go out early. I expected them to actually lose to the Breach. I had that exactly right. That was pretty much the only thing I had right all weekend.
Nail that one.
But I think for me, the team that I was really disappointed with this weekend, and I thought we're going to go a lot further, and they just.
Can I guess?
Yeah, go for it.
Toronto.
It was the Ultra, yeah. I think. I mean, yes, the Ultra went to elimination. They got to the elimination final. They got to actually where I predicted them to be in my bracket. But that elimination final, sorry, not the elimination round 4.
They playing
that elimination round 4 where they played the Ravens.
Yeah,
I expected that to be a game. 2 European teams going up against each other.
Yeah,
I expected that to be unreal. However, they just didn't show up. They really didn't. I mean, you can't. Sorry, they ended up playing FaZe, didn't they? They ended up playing FaZe in that round 4. So I mean, they. It was a difficult one because I had it as the Ravens going up against the Ultra. It ended up being Ultra against FaZe, and I mean,
FaZe went in the loser bracket.
Yeah, that's when FaZe went down to the losers bracket.
Yeah, they 3-0'd them,
and they 3-0'd Toronto, and I was disappointed in Toronto. Toronto went the whole tournament without winning a single hard point.
That's crazy.
They did not win. They had 7 hard points, and they lost every single one of them.
That's crazy.
But they still made it to the elimination round 4.
So if they just tighten up a little bit on hard point, I mean, they'll be in good shape.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think that team's going to change. Those 4 European boys, they're class. They're very good players. They will continue to grow as a team. But
that Kleenex is on there, right?
Yeah, Kleenex,
Press,
Cammy, Vance, and
he's with a P.
It's not Priester.
Priester?
No, he's on Rockya.
Okay.
I
gotcha.
can't remember who the last one
Kleenex
is. But
is Bonkos.
Kleenex is very good.
Very good.
Although I mean, FaZe showed you how to shut him down on S&D.
So one thing I saw during the Optic, like the live when they'd go listen to the teams, FaZe versus Optic, they were calling out where Simp was.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were targeting him.
Simp, you cannot let Simp get going.
Can't let him get going.
Shut him down.
That's the game plan.
All weekend, Simp was running riot through teams. Yeah. He was dropping 40 bombs all over the maps.
It's crazy.
And Optic just went, you know what? No.
Call him out whoever dies by him.
Even if Cell or Arstes gets kills.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
If Simp doesn't get going, we win this.
Yeah.
And they shut him down very well. I mean, I think another team that I was really sort of actually kind of disappointed with this weekend, the LA Gorillas. I had them going a little further than they did. They are struggling. I don't know what it is about the Gorillas. They just... I'm not going to be backing them again anytime soon. I'll say that.
Okay, yeah, they got to prove themselves to you.
They've got to prove themselves before I start backing them again.
Okay, I respect that.
Now, on the flip side, who were you impressed with this weekend? Obviously, Optic. I think everyone was impressed with Optic this weekend. But which other team did you think, I did not expect this out of you?
Honestly, I was impressed with your team, LA Thieves.
Oh, the Thieves played well this weekend, I said.
They showed up for sure.
The hard points, basically the respawn game modes they were good at this weekend.
Yeah.
But the S&D just let Thieves down.
Yeah, you got to put a little more priority in your life.
If Thieves can bring up that S&D to that level that they're playing hardpoint and control that, they're gonna start winning tournaments for sure.
And Boston Breach in their first major.
They look good. Big Cap and his kids. They look good.
They were looking good out there. Made a run.
I think Cap is a great player.
Knocked some people out.
Yeah, he's definitely one who is there to watch this year. I mean, he was putting up MVP numbers during their games. I mean, it's an exciting future for Boston, that's for sure. Another team I was actually really I gotta say, the Europe boys turned up this weekend. I mean, Ultra getting to the elimination round 4. You obviously had the London boys going pretty far.
Yeah, they played well.
Who did play well until that Sunday. They slowed down on the Sunday. I don't know if it was nerves, because none of them had been in that position. I just don't know what it was, but they didn't quite get it going on the Sunday.
Well, they took a game. They took a game from FaZe, which is good.
Right. But the other team that I was really happy to see actually get a win on the season is Paris Legion.
Paris, they got one, right?
They got. Did they only get one in the end, or did they go through 2?
Oh, they beat Surge.
Yeah, they only got through. They got their win against Surge.
Yeah.
Who is another team really disappointing this weekend. I thought Surge were going to be good.
Yeah.
Same. And the rookies did not show up for Seattle this weekend at all. But hey, fair play to Paris. They got that win. They got the first one of the season. They waited to the major for it. And they came up against Boston Breach. And I mean, Boston at the end of the day were just too much class for them. And
They did
but
take a game from them, so that's good.
yeah, they did, and I don't expect Paris to not win a regular season game again. I think that's going to be a kickstart for them. They're going to use that to go on with the season, and hopefully, I mean, because at the end of the day, as fans of the CDL, we want it as close as possible. We don't
For
want one
sure.
group right at the top, one group right at the bottom, because then it becomes predictable. I mean, that's the great thing about the CDL is on their day, anyone can beat anyone. These are the best players in the world. They are on this stage for a reason. Yes, Paris didn't have the best stage through stage one, but I mean, they're still very good players. They got really unlucky with a lot of their games during the season as well. So
Team to
I'm
watch.
excited to
Put
see.
that in the cap. Team to watch.
Team to watch. I think Paris Legion. I don't think they're going to be up at the top. Don't get me wrong.
Austin.
I don't think they're going to be, knocking off FaZe and knocking off Ultra and those teams. I don't think they're going to be doing that, but I don't see them going 0-5 again. That's what I'll say.
Love that. Love that. How can we? Did they not unlock the next prediction? I'm trying to.
Yeah, if you go up to the top, you can, actually no, we can't. I don't know if you can do it. They really not unlocked that yet. That's
Come
weird.
on, I
Seeing as
gotta
it's
get
this
my
weekend.
predictions in.
Might
What's
be
going
tomorrow they open
on?
them up. So what we'll do is we'll post our predictions on Twitter
Yeah,
before the tournament starts. That's what we'll do.
sounds great.
Um, so once they open up, we'll get our predictions done and we'll post them to Twitter. So
Major one.
that was
Fantastic.
major one. I mean, like we said earlier,
Oh, what
it
about
was.
the Twitter was blowing up after the 0-3 sweep at the end, the last game. They never showed the diffuse of Optic Phase. There's conspiracies out there, man. The conspiracy is out there.
On
Optic
the
Phase, if you go back to the last S&D, the diffuse is very close. And they don't actually show the diffuse.
they're not. I must have missed that, honestly.
Yeah, go back. Go
I
back.
must have missed
I'll get
that.
you a
But
timestamp from the game.
give me a timestamp. Send that over. I didn't see that.
Put
But
something
anyway,
over to
like
your
we were saying,
Discord.
Major one, a hell of a weekend of Call of
Yeah,
Duty.
obviously, congrats to Optic.
Congrats to Optic Texas. They were phenomenal on the
Showed
weekend.
out. Played a
They
lot of
they
games,
they
too.
they did, and they went all the way through the winners bracket, and they won it in the end. So I mean,
5-2.
fair play to them. I underestimated them. I won't make that mistake again. But yeah, so I mean, obviously we got to look on stage major two. Obviously we got a couple of weeks of games before we get to major two.
Where's that one going to be at? Do we know?
So it's actually going to be in Minnesota.
Ooh, the
So
Minnesota boys.
we're going to Minnesota. We're
bit-
going to. I think it's a Great Lakes in Minnesota. So I'm wondering, do you think that having that home advantage makes a huge difference, like Optic had?
I mean, Optic, that everyone was cheering for him. People were going nuts, dude. I saw when they would show a thing in this crowd, I just saw someone screaming and I laughed. They were like,
Yeah.
I was
I
laughing.
mean,
It was so
that's
crazy.
the thing. You see, you
Green
don't see
wall.
those kind of super fans,
Yeah.
but like in American
by-
sports that often. I
brick
mean,
by
you see
brick.
it. You see it in European football,
Yeah.
but like when it comes to American
Soccer.
sports, you don't really see those. It's football. You don't see that sort of massive support where people are just going crazy
It
for
was
a team.
nuts.
Like,
I was like, they got to be drinking
I mean,
beer.
the Green Wall, fair play to them. They made a hell of a lot of
Yeah,
noise.
I think. I
over the
mean,
weekend.
it's. I don't know with the headset on. Can you really hear? You have to be.
I
able
don't
to hear
think
the
they
crowd.
really can. I think they were saying though, which actually they might be able to, because I know they were saying on the broadcast
Chill out with
when
comms or whatever. Trying to call people
where it
out.
was like, yeah, if someone was trying to ninja
Yeah.
defuse or something like that, they would try and make a lot of noise to let the people know they're on the bomb.
Yeah.
Which I think is not
Bush
cool.
League, not cool at all.
It's really not cool at all.
I do
Like,
not condone that.
I mean, come on. At the end of the day, it's got to be a fair advantage, and if
Yeah.
they're not going to check the bomb naturally, then you let that round go.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So be it.
Um,
I do remember that, and I do remember something about throwing beer. I was like, "There's beer there. Oh, I'm going."
Oh, there's always beer there. I
That's
mean,
how I'm going. That's crazy.
look.
Don't
I
throw
really
beer.
want to go to one. I really want to go to an event.
How's Minnesota?
Um,
That can't be that far of a drive for you, huh?
I don't
Eight
know how
hours,
long.
10 hours.
I don't know. Probably a bit longer than that.
Mm.
I mean, 3 hours doesn't even really get me out of the state. So
Yeah, it's a big state, honestly.
we got a big state up here in Ohio. So,
Yes, sir.
but I mean, it's. I really do want to go to an event. I'm hearing a lot of rumors that Champs may well be in London this year. Which, if it is, I'm telling you, the noise that will come out of that stadium will be unreal.
Unheard of, huh?
Like the last time that the Call of Duty League went to London, um, was before it was actually officially the Call of Duty League. That was back when it was the CWL. And it was the noise there was unbelievable. That's back when
Bonkers.
Tommy was actually playing in the league.
Yeah.
So
Give you a little taste of
I
how
mean,
long ago that was.
yeah, if you look up, there's a clip somewhere of Tommy riling up the crowd in London, and it's pretty nuts. So
Get you pumped up. You need to start watching
yeah.
that before you start playing ranked. Get your head on straight. get your mind right.
If that's true, that's gonna be awesome to have Champs in London.
Yeah.
That's unconfirmed yet though. But Major 2 will be in Minnesota, and I'm very much looking forward to it already. Especially if we get a weekend of Call of Duty like we did
Such a good game.
This last weekend. This year's going to be an unreal year for the Call of Duty League, and it could really actually take it to that next level in terms of keeping viewership numbers. Because I think in recent years, I think the title hasn't really helped with the Call of Duty League because they haven't. I mean, Modern Warfare was okay, but they didn't really reach that figure.
Yeah.
Cold War was not a good title. People didn't enjoy the game, so they didn't want to watch people play the game.
Yeah.
Vanguard, I feel like, is a different story.
And plus the ranked mode, I think it's going to go hand in hand, like you were saying earlier. You're getting tips and tricks.
Right.
You know, that's huge. I mean, that's why
and ranked mode has really it's really got me into loving watching the CDL again because it's that competitive style Call of Duty, which I'm getting a very lower sense of. But
you're playing it too. Like you're watching
you're playing it at the same time, and
it's huge.
Like you said, you could pick up those little tips, those little jump spots, those little like.
I saw a nice jump spot on the one with the
Desert
church.
Siege.
The one by the
Desert
church.
Siege.
I was like, holy moly! I'm
just
using
over
that
the
one.
wall. Just over the wall. Yeah.
On the other side, you know, the ladder. You climb up the ladder, you can get up on the other side. And I was like, I did not know that. That's happening for sure.
Oh, there are some crazy little jump spots that I mean you wouldn't even think to check of as a regular player, but when you see these guys do it, you're just like, I know I'm using that because I'm sure my opponent doesn't know what's coming.
Plus, I'm not alive long enough to really go exploring.
This is true. This is true.
Home field advantage. Back to your question. I mean, do you think there's going to be a lot of Minnesota fans at the event?
So here's the thing.
Or is it just going to be old Chicago?
In previous years, we have had a huge amount of during the events. We actually haven't been to Minnesota in a long time.
Okay.
For the CDO, and during those events, they always host watch parties in Minnesota. And the CDO actually on footage go to and like have a look at those watch parties.
Yeah.
And they're going crazy, especially if the Rocky are winning.
Yeah.
So I actually think there's gonna be a lot of Rocky fans there.
I hope that. I mean,
you're gonna have a lot of Optic fans there because of where they used to be in Chicago.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're gonna have that mix. I do expect though, with how these are placing, with obviously you got the Texas one to start with, now you're coming up to Minnesota. I do expect Major 3 to be down in LA. That's my prediction. I think LA for Major 3.
Whoa.
Major 4, maybe New York.
Atlanta? That's something I can go to. I ain't that far away. I can fly there. Straight flight.
I don't know. I don't even remember the last time we had a live event in Atlanta, honestly.
But I think it will be a factor, man. It's got to. Crowd, you feed off the crowd in any sporting event, you know. The crowd's there. You do want to show up, and if they're chanting your team name, come on, man. That's gotta
Oh, for sure. I mean,
It's got to get you going.
it's I think it definitely does play a factor. I mean, obviously you've got the biggest sporting teams. Like, I mean, you look at Optic with the amount of fans they have.
Yeah.
Rocket do have a lot of fans, but the majority of them are just based in Minnesota. So it's going to be interesting to see when it actually is there, how many people are going to show up for Minnesota.
When
I
I was
mean,
watching, I think they had 99 on a thing on the YouTube. It was like 99,000 people were watching. Almost 100,000 people were watching it.
well, grand finals there were 140,000.
Was it 140?
Yeah, it was 140 grand
I was
finals.
having lunch
So
at a sports bar on Sunday, and I wanted to be like, "Hey, can you guys stream YouTube?" Like that, like a sports bar. They have like all these TVs. They're not really
yeah,
watching anything because there's no sports on. I was like, "Can you guys stream YouTube here?"
yeah, just
Because
put the CDL on. Yeah,
yeah, I'd prefer if you could put the CDL on. I mean, it's like family friendly. There
right.
might be a cuss or
For the
two.
most part, it's
Yeah,
family
there
friendly.
might
I
be
mean,
a swear might
they
slip out.
technically, if they swear, especially on live broadcast, they actually do have to pay fines
Ooh,
to the Call of Duty League. So,
yikes!
uh, yeah, there
I think
are
I,
there
I
are
think I
certain
heard a
rules on the
couple slip
broadcast. You're
out.
not allowed to.
Maybe.
Obviously, I don't think that matters for if you're in like if when they go to the live com and
Yeah,
you swear. I don't think that's the same. I think it's just like if you're on the mic and you swear, you have to pay a fine.
for the
Like
players
it
or the announcers. Are you talking
both,
about the both? Yeah.
both.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's got to
but
be
I think
tough.
Maven has a few fines to pay this weekend. I
Yeah,
think.
that's what I was thinking. Who was like halfway in a game, just on like they went on like 3-0. Was it and was just like screaming. You saw those little face cams go while playing. It was great.
Oh, it was
Was it Illy?
no, it was Shotzi.
Was it Shotzi? Dude, that
Yeah, because
was
Shotzi,
insane.
it was on Kabuto control,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
Shotzi wiped.
It was insane.
I think it was FaZe. It was FaZe. He wiped
Yeah.
him twice. Like he was on like a 6 or 7
Yeah.
spree, and
Exactly.
he just
Just
went like in the mic, in the
he's just
camera, and you were
jacked.
just like, oh my god, this guy's
He's
absolutely turned
cracked
right
right
now.
now.
He is just feeding off it,
Dude, that
and
was nuts.
I mean,
I love
every
to see it.
time you got a 1, 2 piece, 3 piece, the crowd were just going nuts for it. No matter
Yeah.
what team it was,
Yeah.
it didn't even matter. Even if Atlanta FaZe got like a 4 piece, the crowd would go nuts. Like just if like Simp went off or something.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I love is like the amount of genuine Call of Duty fans that were at the event. It wasn't just Optic fans. Yes, there was booing like for like when they came out, but that's just a bit of fun. And like they said it on the broadcast. You boo a European team, you're in for something because they will feed off that. It's a little different with the American teams, I think, but the European boys will feed off being booed. They
Yeah,
will love it.
for sure. I mean, I'm the same way. I'm like, oh, you're gonna boo me? We gotta show up. We gotta
I'm
figure
gonna
something
have
to
to
boo
start
about.
booing you before ranked matches, then, monks.
Gotta get my
You should
mind
turn
on
up.
right.
You should turn up.
That's it. Oh, way. Major 2, Minnesota. You think Minnesota's gonna go for a little run, huh?
I think it's possible. I don't think they're a bad team. I think they've got a couple of things to work out.
Let's put it together.
It's a similar team to last year, and they just someone like Priester, he's always going to turn up.
Yeah,
He's one of those players. He's played at the best teams.
yeah,
He's been one of the best players. I mean, at the Modern Warfare 19 year, he was on Atlanta FaZe. That was when it was 5 players on a team. So I
yeah.
mean, you had those 4 that are still the current FaZe roster, and you had Priester on top of that. That was their 5.
Mm-hmm.
How they did not win champs that year, I still don't know. How Empire actually managed to pull that off and beat them. I mean, yes, Empire had Clayster, they had Krim. I mean, they had a great team that year as well. But I mean, I just still don't know how they managed to beat that Atlanta FaZe team.
Insane. Yeah. So cheers to Optic. Great major 1. We'll
We definitely do. I mean that like I keep going back to it. It was one of the best weekends of Call of Duty I've watched, for sure. It was
huge.
a lot of fun, and the crowd were nuts, and we'd love to see it.
140,000 watching on Sunday. That's great numbers.
It's great numbers for the Call of Duty League and
Yeah.
for Call of Duty generally.
I love it.
and hopefully it will continue to grow because it's a lot of fun watching it. People who don't really watch the CDL and don't, but are into Call of Duty, just watch it. I got Metro into it this weekend,
Yeah,
who said he would never watch the CDL. I got Colton into it. I got Slender into it. Like they're
yeah,
all watching it now because it's entertaining to watch. It's
yeah.
not just
It's on
watch.
all
It's not
day.
just four guys playing against each other. It's
Yeah.
literally these guys going head to head with each other over a full weekend, just battling it out to try and win $200,000.
You'd think there's any
It's nuts.
pranks at the hotel? I would imagine they all stay at the similar hotel.
I don't know if there will be with those guys.
That'd be fun though.
Maybe a couple of the young
Little-
ones might put in a couple of pranks, but
A little prank.
I
Little
think
prank
I
on
think the older
somebody?
ones will be a little more like I need my beauty sleep, you know. What I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think they're going out or anything like that, but I mean, I'm hoping Optic went out, had a good meal on the company's
Oh,
dime
I'm sure on the
afterwards.
Sunday night they went absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
But I am sure
In
they
their
did.
city. Woo! Yeah, there's got to be a cheesecake factory around there somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
I do. If I know Scumpy, and pretty much, if you don't know Scumpy at this point, you don't really know Call of Duty because he is the goat.
And he won that
He will have been
Warzone
living at
thing
large
too,
Sunday
right?
night. What's that?
Remember he won the Verdansk?
He did. He won that solos drop, didn't he?
Yeah, that was
He won like
insane.
$100,000 just
Yeah.
for one solos game.
Yeah, I think he just
Yeah,
had
I
to.
mean,
He killed Aiden on up in the hills at old Verdansk.
old of it. Oh, how we miss it.
Do you?
I do, bro. I don't enjoy. I honestly just don't enjoy Caldera. And Rebirth's too small for me.
I don't like Rebirth at all.
I miss Verdansk.
Really? I was wondering if
do.
they're gonna bring it back. Maybe have a mode or something.
I think it would be cool if at the end of Vanguard, before they go into
Warzone 2.0.
before they go into Warzone 2, just give us Verdansk back. Just
Well, they
for a
kept-
couple of months.
Well, didn't they change the map? I mean, how often did they change the map in Verdansk? It got changed what, twice?
Hmm. I mean, every season they did little things to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like in terms of major changes, the map changed once in
Yeah,
the
just
2
one
years that
time.
we had it.
Yeah, the stadium and stuff like that.
Well, it was when we went back to Verdansk 64, if you remember. So I mean, yes, there were changes that were made throughout the seasons, but then we had Verdansk 64 for about 6 months.
It blew up the downtown too. That was so
Yeah.
stupid.
It was just a. I mean, it was weird because when you were playing with Verdansk, you was like, I want something new, on a new map.
I knew everyone was gonna have regret. I knew.
I said it too. I said,
Like,
I know we're all gonna miss
yeah.
Verdansk,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Caldera just ain't it. I just don't want to be climbing a mountain all game.
I don't mind Caldera at all. I just wish they need to stop separating the modes. Like, you're either in or you're out. You know, shit or get off the pot. What are we doing? Use the Vanguard guns.
I think what they've learned from this, and I think what they'll do in the future with Warzone, is every new title will have a separate Warzone. So it's going to be like fresh start, new guns, old meta's gone. I think that's the direction they need to take Warzone.
Yeah, you can't have these old guns
because you
still.
can't have Modern Warfare guns, Cold War guns,
Yeah.
Vanguard.
There's no
guns, all in one
balance.
game. You can't balance
too- yeah.
140 guns.
It's crazy.
You can't do it.
You just can't do it. There's like a rebirth glitch that you can get like the perks or everything from like Vanguard guns somehow.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's like
I don't
it's
know if
too
they
much.
fixed that yet. But it's just like why am I allowed to put tight grip on an EM2? Like why can I do that? I mean, just let us. I think, and I'm at a state now where
Trying to make
I'm
too many
only really
people
playing
happy.
ranked, or I'm playing Valorant.
Yeah,
I haven't touched Warzone in about 3 weeks now, and I don't know if I'm going to. I don't know if I'm gonna touch Warzone again until something dramatic changes.
yeah. I mean, I've leveled up the well gun. I was telling Metro this. Like I was playing regular pubs multiplayer, you know, I was trying so hard just to used to be playing ranked mode. I was just dumpstering kids. I was like,
Bro,
oh,
that's
so
the
I was
thing.
just being
Like, whenever I
sweaty.
go into pubs now,
It's so
I got
fun.
my auto out or I've got my MP40 out and I'm just dumpstering kids.
Yeah. I'm using like CDL perks and everything, not even using
Right?
Molotovs and anything like that, but I'm
Yeah.
just playing as hard as I can to. But I did
I got
unlock the well gun.
stuns and
Yeah, practicing
yeah.
cooking grenades.
Right. That's the biggest thing is that cook on a grenade that can really help you in ranked if you get that right.
Yeah,
If you have intel on a person and you can cook it perfectly,
yeah.
oh,
I noticed a lot of double grenades. We gotta start
mm.
doing that. They would cook, one would throw, so the guy's probably like, "Oh, I dodged that one," but the second one, 9 times out of 10, hitting somebody.
Especially if you have the intel. I think it's massive.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping I get my new control tomorrow so I can stop
Really?
just going left all the time. So my controller's been broken for probably the last 3 weeks while I've been
Okay.
playing ranked.
While you've been grinding ranked, perfect.
Yeah,
You
and I'm
just
still
gotta.
doing well, so I can't complain. But so basically, my left stick, like even if it's like directly in the middle, will just go like that,
Yeah, what's that
and I'll
called?
just move to the left. It's not even stick drift,
Oh
or if it
yeah,
is stick drift, it's like the controller's broken basically.
it's a Tokyo drift.
Okay. We're moving swiftly on. But yeah, my new controller should come tomorrow. So
That's huge. Are you getting the
excited to use
Microsoft
that.
the Microsoft guy, right?
I am a Microsoft guy. Yeah. So
No, what is
I
it?
am Xbox.
Elite.
The Elite.
The
Yeah.
Elite controller,
I'm
right?
getting an Xbox Elite
Yeah.
controller.
It's like
It's
$100.
got a little bit of paddles in the back, so I'm
Yeah,
excited to use
paddles.
those.
Is that your first time on pads?
It will be my first time on paddles.
I
So
enjoyed
I am
this
honestly,
stuff.
I think the only thing I'm gonna bind to it is jump. Honestly,
I mean, you can throw all four. I mean, is it 4 paddles, right?
it's a 2 paddle.
You guy?
Yeah.
Jump. Yeah, jump's good. Gotta have that on
I think
there.
I'm just gonna have jump on it. I don't think I'm gonna bind the other one. Just because I mean, the thing is, it's
We
the
need
jump
reload.
shots. You know what I mean?
Maybe reload on the other one. I don't know. It's
Nah,
up to you.
nah.
Yeah, you just need to be bunny hopping out there.
Yeah, I just
Bee
need,
hop
I
around
just
the
need those
corner.
hops. I just need those hops, and I'm just gonna be frying kids.
All right, I'll be playing.
I got the
tomorrow
aim
night.
assist. You know what I mean? It's done. It's
Yeah.
done for those.
It's hard to do. Like aim
Done for
down
those
while you're
mouse and
jumping.
keys.
It's a little difficult. Sweet. That's awesome, man. What else you what else you got?
Well, I mean, I was gonna mention sort of a couple of new games that are gonna be coming out this year, but I was actually
Okay.
looking, and there really aren't any.
Yes.
There really aren't. I mean, I'm sure. Look, I'm sure there are some big games that are gonna come out towards the end of this year, but in
Not the
near
typical
future,
ones, right?
we don't have any like big releases coming out. Obviously,
Battlefield's dead.
we're gonna have a Call of Duty at the end of this year. Then we're gonna have a 2-year Call of Duty.
Okay.
For the first time in history, we're gonna have a Call of Duty that isn't released every year.
Huge.
Love
that.
Which I think will be great. I think we spoke a little bit about this.
We did.
About the
touch on it.
benefits that this will have, and I'm excited for it. But I mean, obviously, Elden Ring was one of the biggest releases of the year. A lot of people putting a lot of time into that game.
Yeah,
I'm
somebody at work
glad
was
I'm
playing.
deciding not to pick that up because I wouldn't have a life even more than I don't already.
Yeah, that was the same thing I was worried about. I was like, I just don't have the time.
I mean, I spoke to a guy today who plays Elden Ring, and he was saying, so the game's been out what, a week,
Yeah.
a week and a half. So he took a week off work, maybe 2 weeks. I'm not sure.
What?
It's been recently.
He took a week
off work. He's already put 100 hours into the game. 100 hours into Elden Ring.
A week off though? He should have done better than that.
I mean, right, but
I mean that's a lot though.
I mean, you're putting 100 hours into a game. I
mean,
just can't do that.
Think about that. Think about working 40 hours a week. So that's almost 3 weeks worth of 9 to 5.
Right.
That's a lot, dude.
That's a stupid amount.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
I
just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it.
No. Yeah, that's it.
I can't devote my life to that game.
It's better off just popping into a game of COD, you know.
Right, or playing some Val. You know, Val already takes up half my life anyway because of how long the games are.
Really? Are they long?
Well,
yeah, the matches
an average
are so
Valorant
many
game's
matches.
like 38, 40 minutes.
That's a big commitment. What do you do? Is there time to go to the bathroom in between rounds?
If you die early. But I mean, it's yeah. There. I don't know. There is obviously a Harry Potter game coming out this year.
Right.
Hogwarts Legacy is coming out this year, supposedly.
Harry
Although I
Potter.
did hear a lot of news about it maybe being cancelled. So, but if that comes out, because that's going to be,
Was
I
that
believe it's
console?
in. No, it's PC as well. I believe that's going to be uh an MMORPG,
Hmm. Hmm.
but I'm not entirely sure. I know it's open world for sure.
Is it gonna have a
Um,
battle royale mode?
Probably not.
Dude, so do
Just
you remember that Wizard Battle Royale or whatever they had? The heck was the name of that? Where you could like it was like you could like shoot like you can cast like spells and stuff. And it was a battle royale.
Apex.
Short lived. No, it was
Uh,
like ice stuff. Like it was kind of cool.
I don't think I knew about that one.
It was kind of cool. I saw some of the fellow streamers were playing that every now and then.
Hmm.
Um it seemed pretty fun. I could see a little Harry Potter battle royale. Why not?
I mean, it would be interesting for sure. I just don't know if it would, how much that would take off, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know if the
Um,
Harry Potter group are
but
big
a
into.
Harry Potter open world game,
Yeah,
that's something that I could probably get involved in.
I could
I'll
see
be
a lot of
honest.
people. I could see
I,
a
I
lot of
would, I
success.
would, I think if it, I did, like I said, I did hear something that it may have been cancelled. But if it hasn't and it does release this year, then I'm definitely, I'll be copping that for sure.
Those a lot of those games that are based off movies though usually aren't that good
Right.
because the
But
studio just wants to crank them out and make
but
money.
I don't think this is. I think this is, if I'm right, this is being made by Ubisoft.
Okay, they do a pretty good
So
job.
it has a lot of potential.
There's no Assassin's Creed coming out this year. Come on, man. There's got to be an Assassin's Creed coming out this
Well,
year.
there's no. They brought out they literally just brought out a new expansion for Assassin's Creed, Ragnarok.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I thought it was
yeah.
free. I saw it was free to
I think
download
it's
or
a
whatever.
free if you already have the game.
Or maybe it was a
It's fun,
different, like an older Assassin's Creed that was for free for the week or something like that. I don't know.
possibly.
I just I kind of got tired of that game.
I think Assassin's Creed gets very repetitive.
Yeah, you're just
It kind
climbing
of
that
seems
rock.
like it's just the same story
Yeah,
line, just in different ages.
different map.
Different map, different ages, but it's pretty much the same storyline. I thought Valhalla was very good though.
Yeah, I never even played it.
I
You
did
enjoyed
play
it?
Valhalla. I actually finished Valhalla. It was the only Assassin's Creed game I've ever finished. Fun fact.
Kudos to
Uh,
this guy.
right. And then they brought out two expansions, and I didn't play either of them.
I
So
wasn't it the like original slide cancel is probably in Assassin's Creed. I felt like you could slide
it
really
was.
far on that
Probably
one.
was. Yeah. I think that's where Call of Duty stole it from, probably.
Yeah, and the mounting auto mount because that's like the
Mm.
climbing. You just hold down X or whatever, and he's just jumping all over the place.
That is the most frustrating thing about Call of Duty, by the way, is auto mantling. I hate it. Please take it out the game, COD. Please. I don't want
I
it.
tried to turn it off. Like I thought it was something you can toggle, and
No, it's not. That's the annoying thing. It's not
it's
even something you can toggle.
it's
But
not it.
no, auto mantling gets me killed more times than it helps me out. So
Yeah, for sure. You just get caught up on like a barrel. You're trying to mount the barrel in a fight, and like that ain't it at all. So what else we got? Grand Theft Auto new announced, right? They're working on something.
they are working on Grand Theft Auto 6. Now when this is going to actually be released, we don't know.
It's
But Rockstar
insane.
has said that they are not bringing out another game before they bring out Grand Theft Auto 6. Which means I suspect in the next 2 years we will see Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah,
Because with a company like Rockstar, who
they have a
I
lot of.
still think are one of the best developers out there for
I agree.
games, I think they come every release is spot on for the most part. They've
Yeah,
obviously had some bad ones, but which game company haven't?
I mean Red Dead 2 is, I mean, a great game, polished
Right.
like right out the box.
Yeah, and the one issue, the Red Dead Online just never took off.
Yeah,
Not like
well,
Grand Theft Auto Online did. Um,
We'll need that role
But
play.
well, yeah, I mean, which is still massive.
I mean, if you're a cowboy, you're a cowboy. I mean, what else can you role play as? You know what I mean?
Yes. Sheriff. That's about it.
Yeah, there's not
Yeah.
many characters. A banker. I don't know. Bartender.
Yeah. Work in a bank. Sounds fun. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, fair play to all those who do Red Dead Redemption RP, by the way.
Yeah, you're a big fan of that. Shout out to Metro says
Yeah.
2026 release. I don't know if he's just talking smack or
2026. I can't imagine it'll be another 4 years before they come out with another game. Rockstar will release something in the
I
next
mean, they
2
make a
years.
lot of money
before we
on Grand Theft Auto Online for sure
They'll
still,
make
so they have
stupid
income.
money off Grand Theft Auto 5.
I think
like,
I've bought it like 3 times
that's the ridiculous thing is
on
Grand
like
Theft
different
Auto,
consoles.
it's been out for like 10 years now.
Yeah.
It's
I've bought it
ridiculous.
3
The
times.
longevity of that game is what all games should strive to be, and no game ever will be.
Well, it is. I mean, shout out to 5M. It is a lot of the role play and customization.
Yeah, it is.
the
And I
map
mean, 5M
and-
is still kind of awful, honestly, at the same
Yeah,
time.
for
Like,
sure.
there's a lot of issues with 5M.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's what gave it extra legs, the customization and role playing.
oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
It's crazy.
100%.
It's like up there
No,
on
even
most
still,
watched.
GTA Online is still popular. Like, people still
Yeah.
jump on and just play GTA Online.
You gotta get your money up online.
Right.
Forget that IRL
I always get
money.
those notifications just like, oh, sign into Grand Theft Auto and you'll get a free $10 million.
Mhm.
I'm just like, great.
Yeah.
What am I going to do with that? Buy a yacht? Again?
No. Yeah, again. Dang, dude. Don't brag over here.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Hey, is that on your
back
Tinder
in the day,
profile?
I used to. Back in the day, I own a yacht in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, I have a mansion. It's in Grand Theft Auto Online, though. If you want to
Yeah.
come visit.
I don't know.
Virtual
I own a
mansion.
couple of businesses, you know.
Yeah, I'm a businessman. Throw that in your KD.
Dear. Right? Why not? Why not?
Yeah, why not, dude?
But yeah, Monks, I think one of these days we are going to have to try and find a way to get both to a major.
Yeah.
And go to it. We got
can
to try
plan
and
it
find
out.
one that's local to both of us. So probably New York, honestly, is probably the in between for both.
That would be great. We probably both fly there. I got some PTO, man. I got a couple PTO
I got some as
days.
well.
I'll burn it on a nice CDL weekend. What else am I gonna
I mean,
do?
I'd probably get there for the Friday. Do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'd fly Thursday night or something like that.
Yeah, after work
New
Thursday,
York.
just only take
Yeah.
one day on Friday.
Right.
That's a smart move right there. I'd take all 4 days. Thursday,
Yeah,
Friday, Saturday.
I'm gonna Florida in May, so you know.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm going for a week in May.
Whoa.
Yeah, end of May. So.
Is that spring?
No, summer.
Is
After-
that like what is it? When you're off that week?
Spring break.
That's coming up though, isn't it?
That's like next week.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I'm
I'm
an old
not even
head.
off work for that. I'm not even off work. I have to work the whole way through spring break.
And the school closed. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, literally. The school is closed, but all staff still have to work. It's crazy.
Nice. Getting paid? Oh, that should be easier
Yeah,
though.
get paid, you know.
You know,
Should be
no
a
big
quiet
deal.
week.
What else you got, my friend?
I think that's all from me today, Monks. I don't think I've got anything else to talk
This
about.
pick'em thing really messed us up.
Yeah, I know. We kind of had to ramble on for a little bit.
Come on,
today.
Call of Duty. What are you doing? They're just still.
They're still. Optic is still celebrating.
They're on that high of the
But yeah,
first major.
like we said, we will have those predictions up on Twitter before the games start on Thursday, for sure. So,
what cameras do they use?
the cameras?
Like this, they have little DSLRs.
I don't know. I don't know what they are.
Every single one, you know,
Mhm.
those rigs, those things look pretty awesome.
Those are probably 10K rigs each
They
one.
looked pretty awesome. I mean, I don't think they're that. I mean, all they have to do is play Call of Duty. Like, what frames are they getting?
but they're probably getting like 360 frames.
Get out of here, dude! No way.
100%.
I don't know. We need to tweet at Scump or somebody. kind of frames they
How
give
many
me?
frames do you get in a CDL game?
Do they
on
not have
LAN?
the? How come they don't have the frame counter up top like a normal
Right?
streamer? What are we
Come
doing?
on. I mean, yeah, they're just not streamers. That's what it is. You know?
Yeah, I mean, obviously ping 0. Duh. They're on their own network.
I think
They're
it's
on their own
yeah,
thing
yeah,
for sure. Little LAN.
little LAN action. But anyway, I think that's all for us today. So, monks, where can they find you?
Monks_blood on all the socials. Check us out if you're on Spotify. Let us know. I mean, we're gonna be on Spotify, YouTube. Yeah, Vektor. What's the YouTube channel? Is it just Vektor?
Vektor LLC.
Vektor LLC. Mamma mia.
Yeah.
Mwah. Have a great week, Illings. Where are they gonna find you, baby?
I am on Twitter and on Twitch and
Heck yeah, you
YouTube
are.
at Illing96.
You be streaming after this?
I will be. I'll be playing some ranked
Heck
play.
yeah, dude. Good luck on your matches. Thank you
You're
everybody
not
for
on site?
listening.
You're not on
Nah.
tonight?
Maybe.
No?
We'll see.
Maybe? Alright.
I gotta cook some
Well,
dinner.
fair enough.
We will
Alright,
see
well-
you next week.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Peace.